AutoCAD has a really neat feature in the drawing area that allows you to work really quickly and easily within any AutoCAD drawing. And that's the nav bar, or navigation bar as it's known. It's actually down here on the right hand side in the drawing area. It's just here with all these little icons here. Now before we get into it, just be aware that we're still using the o1_exploring.dwg file. And what the nav bar allows us to do is navigate the drawing. Now, before we actually use the nav bar, there's a little variable that you need to know. Now, if you've got dynamic input switched on, you can just move the crosshair into the center of the screen and type nav, N-A-V-B-A-R, and press enter, like that. And it means that you can have the nav bar either on or off. So if I click on off now, you'll see it disappears. It's not there anymore on the right-hand side of the screen. If I just right-click now and repeat nav bar on the shortcut menu, I can switch it on again, like so, and it comes back again. It's a really neat little tool. I always leave it switched on. Now let's have a look at the nav bar. And you can see you've got various icons there. You've got navigation wheels. So if I click on a navigation wheel, this brings this navigation wheel into the drawing itself. And it allows me to zoom and pan. So if I hover over pan on the navigation wheel, hold it down, you'll see I can pan around in the drawing by moving the mouse. Release, the navigation wheel comes back. If I go to zoom and hold it down, and then move up and down again on the mouse, I can zoom in and out. Now, the other one that I can use there is a thing called Orbit. Now, you'd normally use this in 3D, but for example, if I click and hold and drag, can you see now it's definitely a 2D drawing. It's flat, as you can see, because I'm rotating in 3D now. And as you can see there, you'll notice, can you see the view cube moving around as I do that? When we look at the view cube in a minute, you'll see how the view cube works as well. Now, when I release now, you'll notice up here, top left, I've got custom view. And what it means is basically I've got to go back to a named view within the AutoCAD variable set. And you can see there I can rewind. I can go back a view. Can you see that? Which is really clever. I can go all the way back like so. And that takes me back to my different views that I have. Now this navigation wheel just follows me around until I click on that little cross there and it's gone. Now you'll notice I've also got pan. Click on pan. Little pan symbol appears. Hold down on the wheel on the mouse and move the mouse. I pan. Like so. I can right click to get out of there if I want to and exit, or I can hit escape a couple of times. Now here I've got all my zoom tools. So if I click on the down arrow here now, you'll see all the zoom commands pop up on the screen, such as the zoom extents or zoom window. If I click on zoom window, I can now click and drag a window around an area and I zoom into that area. So I've got all my zoom commands in AutoCAD just on that little menu there. So I just hit escape a couple of times there and go back again, click on the flyout, and I want to zoom extents this time, and it zooms to the extents of the plan in the drawing area. Now you'll notice here I've got all my orbit tools, which I did mention earlier. So I've got orbit, free orbit, and continuous orbit. Now I don't actually need any of those to work in a 2D drawing, but you can see the benefits if I was working in 3D there. Now coming down here, I've actually got these drivers installed here. Now these drivers are for 3D Connexion Space Mice. So if you're working in 3D, there are 6 directional movement mouse, a bit like a joystick. And when you're working in 3D, they're extremely helpful because you can use object mode, walk mode, fly mode, or 2D mode. And what it allows you to do is use that mouse, space mouse, to move around a 3D model. Now, I don't actually have one installed right now, but if you go to the 3dconnection.com website, you can see it there at the bottom, 3D Connexion settings. You can go and have a look at those products and see whether they are beneficial for the work that you need to do. Last but not least, here I have a thing called Show Motion, which actually allows me to record. And you'll notice now I can record things if I want to, and record anything that I want to on screen. Now, nothing's actually happening at the moment because I haven't actually switched it on. But what I can do is I can come down here to this little bar. Now, I just need to move the command line up a bit. And you can just see a little bar there. There's my show motion tools there. So play all, I can stop, and I can record, and so on. So if I now stop that, what it'll do is it'll actually record a video for me. And I can go back and play it if I want to. Now the whole idea of that is it takes me through all of the tools there that allow me to record screenshots and little video walkthroughs and things. So you can see how important that nav bar is. Now if I want to switch show motion off, I can do that, or I can click there, close show motion like that. And I'll just bring the command line back down again. I can dock that there like so. So you can see how that navigation bar has some pretty amazing tools on it that you can use to navigate around your AutoCAD drawing. But more importantly, with little tools like the 3D connection, the Space Mouse, and also the Show Motion, you can start progressing into 3D and develop some really functional 3D information from your AutoCAD designs as well.